We're back with a Fox News alert. WNBA player Brittany Griner detained in Russia and facing potential prison time. Griner arrested at a Moscow airport in February on drug smuggling charges after vape cartridges were found in her luggage. Dagan, I'll go to you first because there really isn't anything Putin won't do.
That's true. And as you were pointing out, it happened in February. And the United States has told Americans to get out of Russia. And I think that this serves as a very clear warning that you have to be, that Americans should not be in Russia at this time. And it's not clear if this was a plant or whether she did indeed have this cannabis oil on her. But it's just, what can the U.S. do to get her out of Russia at this point?
Right. And Sean, what does the State Department do at this point right now when Russia is at war with Ukraine?
Yeah, right. So I don't think we have a whole lot of friends in Russia right now to help us get her out. But maybe the lesson for me, and as a dad, I would say, don't do drugs, right? And don't do drugs or have drugs when you're in Russia, where they're looking for any excuse to detain Americans, and especially high-profile athletes like this. But I got to tell you, though, to Dagan's point, I'm not sure if this was planted on her. I feel bad because the sentence is 5 to 10 years. They made it seem like she had like pounds of marijuana on her. So this is a political move. I would imagine that once the Ukraine conflict dissipates, she'll be coming home.
Yeah, and Joey, I mean, what do you think? Is this Putin's way of dangling an American in front of the world and daring us to do something more?
No, absolutely. I think it was a very small amount of drugs, and she's facing, I think, 10 years in prison. That's obviously a political. That's exactly what this is. I don't think Vladimir Putin cares near as much about a small amount of marijuana as he does an opportunity to have another point of leverage over the United States. That's why, going back to the last segment, something like oil and gas is a place we could have leverage. We're choosing not to have it. Meanwhile, Russia's using every point of leverage they can find to include this innocent American citizen who just happened to be in the wrong country, obviously at the wrong time.
Right, and we should point out, and Dagan, we can talk about this, she's been playing there for several years. A lot of WNBA players make a lot of money playing in the offseason.
You were reading my mind, Alicia. Many female professional basketball players here in the United States, they actually have to play year-round. They play 12 months out of the year because they don't make that much money playing basketball. It would shock you what some female professional basketball players make here in the United States. So they are forced to play overseas for one season and then come back and play another season here. So that's what Brittany has been doing.
Yep. Fantastic point. We will continue to watch that and hope for the best that we're able to get her out of there.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.